Oh man, I have two kind of laughs inside me right now. The first one is a sarcastic laugh, not for this chapter, but this is actually my second attempt in making a video. The other one got chipmunk voices, and the second time I laugh is because I greatly enjoy this chapter. We see that, and we get two answers that I think a lot of people asked themselves last week. So these are answered. I know there's a lot of info I probably will not put into this video because since my other video has chipmunk voices, I cannot understand it. Either way, back to the point. The funny part is, Erza looks at her body as a child. She's disappointed at her breast size. And then she also, I think she looks at her vulva. And, yeah, I think it even is small. Then she wonders if she has an armor. She trips and is desperate to get back to her original body because of three reasons. First, if Wendy sees her like this, Wendy will say, "It's like I am your older sister." The second one, if Natsu and Grace sees him like this, Natsu will say, "Well, now I think I can kick your ass." And Grace will say, "Yeah, let's kick your ass." And if Jalal saw, and say a third reason is, if Jalal saw her like this, he would say, "Sorry, I am not interested in little girls." However, Doran Bolt, who somehow in this flashback will look with blushed cheeks, and she yells, "I absolutely have to go back to normal! I absolutely have to go back to normal!" Well, I guess this confirms that, as I really has feelings for Jalal, but that was funny. And Doran Bolt is a lolicon? Yeah, I know a lot of people said, well, wasn't that obvious how he's cheering for Wendy and such, but I actually thought it was because Doran Bolt looks at Wendy like a little sister, not that he has lolicon desires. That's not important right now. And then we also informed that the Sylph Guild is not a magic guild. However, they are one of the strongest treasure guilds in Fiore, because apparently there was a tournament about this. However, Gray really shines here. He steals the moon drip from them using something he calls Ice Make Thief Hat. That was cool. He then Fairytale begins to throw around the moon drip along the members. A Sylph Guild cannot happen it until Charla passes it to Happy, who of course drops it, or actually misses it. That was not surprising. It was pleasant though. It was better to be Happy than it was Lucy. Well, we all know that Happy is someone. Well, I wasn't gonna say klutz, but someone of a person. Either way, and then we get this answer to the third question. If anybody asked, will that small moon drip really melt all this ice? And the answer is no. It only melted a little bit of the ice. So the comical and slapstick idiots of the Sylph Labyrinth, well, they begin to panic and saying this was not in their plan. Idiots. They are such a comedic idiot. And I gotta say, these three, they look like the Three Stooges. Except of the slapping themselves, of course. Either way, Happy is sad and wants to be punished. However, Natsu instead listens in the little hole in the ice and says he hears a familiar voice. It's a voice he thinks he has heard before. He then runs away. The gang follows after him, and Sylph Labyrinth begins also to follow after. Natsu then meets that handkerchief demon-mouthed dark mage guy from Sakaba's Eye, who says to Natsu that he's not a thief. He then does some magic saying, return to your past memories. And the first time I thought he was said that, I said, what? Past memories? Do you mean the answer on why Seraph knows Natsu? Yeah, I know, I couldn't help by thinking that. However, the next chapter answered the second question. This dark guy is the reason why Erza is a kid. Because now, Natsu is that too. Huh? Natsu? A kid again? Oh man. Then, a fairy tale is in a pinch because this guy says it'll be easier to get rid of a kid. And no kidding. It's a very high possibility that Natsu do not have the strength he has as a young adult. But as I said, I must say, I'm normally not exactly a fan of these moments because they are embarrassing. Funny but embarrassing, mostly because you can never know how many chapters it will take until this will be solved. I gotta say, that was unlike Hiromashima. He did not solve Erza's child problem in one chapter. Normally he do. Was that a new pace? Well, a lot of people would be happy about that. But if I make an example on why I do not like that, you all know One Piece, right? When Trafalgar Law switched Straw Hat's personalities. Yeah, I know, a lot of people is not gonna like that I'm comparing. I'm not comparing, just listen to me. I did not like that gag at first. It was funny, but it was only funny for a couple of chapters. And to wait 6 months until that finally was solved. Ugh. Well, anyway, now when those chapters have finally arrived, then it is funny to read that. Either way, I enjoy. Back to Fairy Tail, I enjoyed this chapter. Has some comedic moments, and as answers to the second one. I hope at least this video will not have chipmunk voices, but you never know. And as I said in other chapters, next Fairy Tail review I cannot be due because I'm away. If I can, I'll try, but I probably can't. So feel free to watch another. You better watch someone other reviewer. However, are there any who is not so hateful? Well, there exist more hateful guys than positive guys, but I'm not gonna say anything about that. People have their own opinions. I'll see you another. Bye.